Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Today we are going to talk about mitochondrial DNA and what is the latest study regarding this. For my video updates and queries, you can connect with me on Instagram and Facebook because I feel together we can make a difference. Now let me tell you about our StudyIQ premium content that you can become the member of our channel by giving rupees 159 per month only. Here you will get exclusive videos by Dr. Gaurav Garg, by Prashant Dhawan and by Mahipal Singh Rathore. These videos won't be available to other subscribers who are not the members of our channel. Now, what is the relevance of today's topic? See, it will be covered under mains paper 3 in biotechnology portion. At objective level, you should know about the mitochondrial DNA. At subjective level, you should know the evolution of the modern man. So now, see, this is the context of today's lecture. The recent paper in the prestigious journal of Nature, it claims to show that modern humans originated about 2 lakh years ago in the region around northern Botswana. Now see, where is Botswana? It is in the Africa continent. So this is a landlocked country. You can see here Botswana is here. So this is the map of Botswana. So here it says northern side of the Botswana, so somewhere here. About this study, the scientists studied the genetic data from many individuals, especially from the Khoisan people. These are one of the tribe. This is one of the tribe of southern Africa who are thought to live where their ancestors have lived for hundreds and thousands of years. So these researchers use their new data together with existing information about people all around the world to reconstruct in detail the branching of the human family tree. Now coming to mitochondrial DNA. So mitochondrial DNA is basically a small circular chromosome which is found inside mitochondria. So this is a cell. In a cell there is mitochondria. This is mitochondria, mitochondria, mitochondria. So when we are zooming mitochondria, this one is the mitochondrial DNA, the chromosome. Here the DNA is contained. So these organelles found in cells have often been called the powerhouse of the cell. So you all have read this until till your 10th class. So the mitochondria and thus mitochondrial DNA are passed from exclusively from mother to offspring. So you need to remember, it is not passed from the father, it is passed from mother to the offspring, to the next generation through the egg cell. This study focused just on mitochondrial DNA. This means it isn't mixed up with the DNA from fathers and so is easier to track across the generations. This new study does not tell about the origin of human genome but the place and time where our mitochondrial DNA appeared. Now, why mitochondrial DNA was studied? The fact that mitochondrial DNA comes almost only ever from mothers, as I already told you, which means the story of its inheritance is much simpler than the histories of other genes which are in a mixed form from mothers and fathers. This implies that every bit of our genetic material may have a different origin and have followed a different path to get to us. Now we'll talk about mitochondria. So the definition of mitochondria, that these are membrane bound organelles which are present in the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells that produce adenosine triphosphate. This is the power, so main energy molecule used by cells. So here the one, this is granules, 2 is ribosomes, cristae, intermembrane space. So you should know this diagram. It is very important from the examination point of view where your general science can be asked. Matrix, ATP synthase, inner membrane. So the numbering you can see. So popularly known as the powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria are a double membrane bound organelle that is found in most of the eukaryotic organisms, and they are found inside the cytoplasm and essentially functions as the cell's digestive system. Let's look at the structure carefully. So structure, this mitochondria, it is double membrane. So the membrane is basically double membrane. Okay, one is this 7 number, other is 8, this red color. Okay, so this is rod shaped structure which is found both in plant and animal cell, and the size ranges from 0.5 to 1.0 micrometer in diameter. So the structure comprises an outer membrane and inner membrane and a gel like material which is known as matrix, number 5. So this is the matrix. The outer membrane and the inner membrane are made of proteins and phospholipid layers separated by intermembrane space. So intermembrane space number 4. You can say this is the intermembrane space. This space is intermembrane space. The outer membrane covers the surface of the mitochondria and has a large number of special proteins known as porins, and it is freely permeable to ions, nutrient molecules, energy molecules like ADP and ATP molecules. Now coming to this part, cristae, that is number 3 that you are saying, this part, okay, these are known as cristae. So this inner membrane of mitochondria is rather very complex in structure. It has many folds, so all these folds are known as cristae, and this helps in increasing the surface area inside the organelle. Then mitochondrial matrix, as I told you, this is the matrix, which is a viscous fluid that contains a mixture of enzymes and proteins. It also comprises ribosome, inorganic ions, and even your mitochondrial DNA is found in this matrix. There are many functions of mitochondria. It regulates metabolic activity, promotes growth of new cells, helps detoxifying ammonia in liver cells. It plays an important role in apoptosis, that is programmed cell death, which takes place in our body. It is also involved in various cellular activities like cellular differentiation, cellular signaling, cell senescence, that is cell death, and etc. And sometimes there are if there is any problem with mitochondria, several syndromes take place. Some of the diseases are like Alpers disease, there is Barth syndrome, there is Kearns-Sayre syndrome, right? So now we will talk a little bit about the evolution of human beings. See, Homo sapiens, the most prominent evolution here. Why we are talking about evolution? Because recent study which I mentioned, obviously by studying it, we are trying to study some aspect of evolution. So evolution is the slow change that happens in a population, and as you know, we are modern man as the Homo sapien, the most prominent species on earth. It is a result of over 7 million years of evolution. So the traces of human evolution have been obtained through fossil records, and man belongs to family Hominidae of order primates. The first ever ancestors of human are believed to have originated in Africa, eventually migrating to Europe, Asia and rest of the world. Now let's talk about the process of human evolution. The evolution process involves a series of changes that causes the species to either adapt to the environment or become extinct. Evolution is the result of changes in the genetic material of humans. So if we are studying the mitochondrial DNA, so we'll be able to, through the mother's ancestry, we'll be able to reach somewhere towards our ancestors. So man originated through several stages, like there is Dryopithecus. So it is the earliest known ancestor of man. They were found in some parts of Africa, Asia and Europe, and evolution of man began from him. Dryopithecus was followed by Australopithecus. So this is he was 1.2 meters tall and could walk upright. They inhabited the African mainland. They had large jaws and human-like teeth. Then your Homo habilis, they were 5 feet tall. So their height was 5 feet tall and could make use of tools, and they are believed to have been able to speak. Then your Homo erectus, they were more evolved beings. They were also upright and had a large brain size. They had a prominent speech. They invented fire and were carnivorous. And now Homo sapiens, this is the modern man, your modern man. They developed the power of thinking. They used tools. They are omnivorous, are producing art. Their brain size reduced to 1300 cc. But you know, there are some others also, like Neanderthals. Let me tell you about Neanderthals. Homo sapiens is only extant species of hominin around today, but a few thousand years ago there were other species, and we used to think they are the subspecies, Neanderthals. Today scientists consider Neanderthals to be more of a subspecies of humans rather than a completely separate species. And recently scientists have identified a new human ancestor species previously known. It has been named as Homo luzonensis. Homo luzonensis, somewhere in the Philippines, in this island Luzon. So Homo luzonensis is classified as a separate species on the basis of 13 bones and teeth from 2 adults and 1 child, which were found in a cave on the island of Luzon in the Philippines. So these Homo luzonensis were around 3 to 4 feet tall and lived on the island of Luzon at least 50,000 to 67 years ago, 67,000 years ago. So why I'm telling you this? Because we are talking about mitochondrial DNA. We talked about mitochondria, how with the help of mitochondrial DNA we can do our ancestral studies, we can read about evolution. We discussed basics about the evolution, like especially about the how the modern man evolved, and some latest news about human ancestor species which was found in Luzon. So this is all about today. Thank you.